Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose? 'Cause I'm wasting all my time thinking of the things we could do.
So I mean, Justin's my guy. He's a super solid guy. And he's a great quarterback. But if it was me and him in the backfield, that would be something special. I think that he's a special player, and just everything that he goes about, about his business and everything. It'll be pretty fun to. Yeah. Me and him at for my NIL agent David, that's his agent as well. So we always seen each other in the summer and always, just worked on some things with each other. But he's a great.
All right, let's get right into it. It's the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And we got to talk about this. What if the Bears take Bijan Robinson at number 9? I was thinking about this and pondering on this for the last past 24 hours. Now, definitely Bijan Robinson, we already know, is pretty much the consensus #1 running back. And he's going to probably be the first running back taken off the board. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. There are other talented running backs in this draft. You got Zach Charbonnet. You also have Sean Tucker. You have the running back, Mohamed Ibrahim from Minnesota. And you got some other, you also have Gibbs from Alabama as well. Now, Chicago, what's going to be interesting about Chicago is how they do the free agency frenzy next week. I think with Chicago being able to go after the trenches in the free agency because they do have the money to spend, I think currently Chicago has messing around with close to $96 million in cap space, but they're going to take a cap hit from DJ Moore. That's probably going to cut them down to about, 78. So that's still going to leave them with a lot of money to work with. I think that they're going to go out the trenches and bring some guys in like Orlando Brown and other guys that's out there that is available. They're gonna try to set Justin Fields up to definitely be better this year. A lot of people was ragging on Justin Fields and pretty much saying that this kid is a running back at quarterback. And if you're a quarterback, man, that's kind of offensive, bro. Even though your skill set is you're a dual threat quarterback, I think that's kind of like a low blow and taking shots at the kid. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think that Justin Fields didn't have the weapons. He didn't have the greatest offensive line. But I think that Justin Fields is going to be one of the most scariest quarterbacks in the league. I saw what this kid was able to do with his legs. Now this year, he's going to have the talent with DJ Moore. It's probably going to be his #1 wide receiver now. Then that'll move Claypool over to #2. And then I believe they probably end up sliding Mooney, who's their speedster, slide him over to the slot position. And then they still can draft a receiver in the draft as well. So I think what Chicago is going to end up doing is setting themselves up to be able to get acquired talent around Justin Fields to make this team better so that he'll be able to throw the football this year. And we're going to see a different Justin Fields. We're going to see a Justin Fields that is a dual threat quarterback. We're going to see the guy that can stand in the pocket and deliver the football. Because when Justin Fields was at Ohio State, he was killing. Justin Fields did not run that much when he was at Ohio State. If you watch the tape on Justin Fields, he was delivering the football because he had the protection at Ohio State. But now, since he's coming to the NFL, and they're going to say this about any running quarterback, especially the black quarterbacks, because I know majority of the black quarterbacks do run. It's a couple guys that are pocket passers, but for majority of these guys, they are dual threat quarterbacks. So let's just put that out there. But if you're Justin Fields and you hear people calling you a running back, you're like, okay, I'll be that. Because they said the same thing about Lamar Jackson. It is what it is. All right, I'm a running quarterback that they're calling me a running back. All right, cool. I roll with that. But at the same time, he has time to get better. Justin Fields is in year 3. I think this is the year that's going to be the year for him to really, really show what he can do, showcase his skill set. I believe that they'll probably end up drafting another tight end. But I think they're going to go free agent heavy in the trenches, whether it be defensively or offensively. I think they're going to go heavy with the trenches. and they definitely could pick up a couple pieces. Now in their secondary, they do got some younger guys. They got Kyler Gordon from Washington. He's pretty much panning out for them. And then they got Brisker from Penn State. So he's panning out for them. But it's kind of very, very interesting. And I was just thinking about it. Chicago could take Bijan Robinson at number 9. Now, if the Bears, the Chicago Bears normally do have good running backs. Every time you look up, they got a solid running back. Now, David Montgomery has definitely been a solid running back for them for the past couple seasons. And then last year you had Khalil Herbert, who was the running back splitting time with David Montgomery. David Montgomery is pretty much a free agent this year. And if the Bears don't bring him back, they could very well go out to Bijan Robinson at 9. Now, Bijan has already stated, as I played the soundbite for you earlier in the video, that he says that they would be very special together. Him and Justin Fields in the backfield would be special, and they already share the same NIL agent together already. So basically, when you look at this situation with Chicago, I think that the Chicago Bears, if Will Anderson or Jalen Carter don't fall down to these guys, I think that they would go with BPA and they would end up taking Bijan Robinson. And this could be very terrifying for a lot of teams that you already got a quarterback that has already rushed over 1,000 yards. And then you're taking the best running back out of the draft and putting them in Chicago, where Chicago normally has great running backs over there. So putting him in a situation where Justin Fields is going to have the weapons now and it's going to make that team better, it's going to be crazy, man. This is something that the Chicago Bears could do. I don't think a lot of people really understand this or know this. But the Bears, yes, they do need help in a lot of different places. You do have to plug in a lot of different players on their roster, but they have the money to do it. I think they'll do the same thing just like Jacksonville Jaguars did with the money that they had. They was just buying up everybody. That's what Jacksonville was doing, and they made the postseason. They bought up all of these players, and they still made the postseason. So I still think that this is something that the Chicago Bears can do with their money as well. When you have money, you have to be able to spend some of that money. You know, you don't want to just be totally frugal. You want to be able to get the team better, man. And you want to be able to put your quarterback in a situation where you're getting players in here that's going to help him. So, you know, pretty much grab Carolina's #1 wide receiver in DJ Moore. Now you're making him your #1 wide receiver. Now you're not going out to guys like DeAndre Hopkins or other guys. Now you can go out to guys in the draft if you so choose to or desire, because they could take a receiver at 9. They could do whatever they want with the resources that they have at hand. Now, Bijan Robinson being taken by them at number 9 is going to be very interesting to me, because I think that the Chicago Bears would do it. They known for taking talented players, and Bijan Robinson, it's kind of funny that they had at the combine a conversation with him about him playing with Justin Fields. You know, this could happen, man. This could very well happen, and it's definitely going to be scary. And that's why I say, you know, especially the Detroit Lions, who are trying to eventually win their first North title, you know, I can't really just say the Lions are going to outright win it. Should they win it? Yes. But are they going to outright win it? I can't say it until I see it. I have to be able to see it with the Detroit Lions. The vision has to be clear. Definitely if the Lions decide to take Jalen Carter, which that is a player that they need, and Will Anderson would be a guy that would definitely help them out on that line, that would be great for them. And they decide to bring back Jamal Williams and draft a running back maybe in the second round, maybe getting a Zach Charbonnet or a Sean Tucker or whoever. But it's going to be interesting to see, because pretty much every other team, the Packers are imploding, the Vikings are imploding. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is going to be taking his talent over to the New York Jets. And then you having a fire sale right now with the Vikings getting rid of Thielen. And then also there's other players that's being released from the Vikings. So pretty much the NFC North is up to grabs. But I just feel and think in my mind, if the Chicago Bears get a hold of Bijan Robinson, man, this could be terrifying, man, to a lot of teams. Because let's face it, guys, Chicago had the #1 rushing attack with Justin Fields last year. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Chicago had the #1 rushing attack with Justin Fields, the running back that you guys, the guy that's a quarterback that you guys call a running back, he had the #1 rushing attack in the NFL. What you think they're going to do with Bijan Robinson? If Bijan Robinson gets on that team, man, it's going to be crazy. All they got to do is bring in some veteran talent, guys like Orlando Brown, other guys that's out there, grab a couple tackles. Maybe you grab them in the draft too as well. But all they have to do is take care of the trenches. They already have the offensive weapons with the receivers, because you do have Claypool and you do have DJ Moore, and you do have Mooney. So all these guys, man, the sky's going to be the limit for the Chicago Bears, man. But if they take Bijan Robinson at #9 overall, it's going to be scary in the NFC North for a lot of teams, including, including the Lions. It's going to be scary because Bijan Robinson definitely is very good. Everybody, pretty much every scout and everybody that I've heard do a video on Bijan Robinson love this kid. I've never seen a running back get so much love from everybody. Everybody loves Bijan Robinson, and I'm pretty sure every team in the NFL would love to have this kid's talent. But if the Chicago Bears get a hold of Bijan Robinson, they will be the #1 rushing attack again next season. I see it, man. I can foresee it, man. I definitely want to see, is Justin Fields going to get better now that he has some weapons at his disposal? But it's going to be scary, man, if the Bears draft Bijan Robinson. It's going to get scary in the NFC North. This possibly could happen. Bijan could fall right into their laps, and it's best player available at that point. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Keeping It Raw podcast, and I'll be back to you with another video. Peace.
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose?